Today on Don't Panic Pantry, we are making an at-home version of a fancy, nutritious, macrobiotic health bowl. This one is all about the vegan tahini dressing from the Don't Panic Pantry cookbook that makes any combination of vegetables and legumes taste great over some brown rice. For this one, we are using fresh avocado, canned chickpeas, cucumber, steamed sweet potato, cabbage slaw, a perfectly cooked egg, and a splash of hot sauce. All right, so you know those health food restaurants and health food stores that have a macrobiotic bowl you can buy that costs anywhere from, I don't know, $15 to $100? Well, I wanted to see if I could make a easier version at home, an easy, breezy, beautiful macrobiotic brown rice vegan bowl. First things first, cook brown rice according to the package directions, but if you have a rice cooker that's got one of these little handy dandy steamer baskets, throw a couple of sweetie patatas right on there. All right, so now we're gonna make the vegan tahini dressing from the Don't Panic Pantry cookbook. One of those dressings that I made for something, and then I just loved it so much that it kept finding its way into multiple dishes. It's in the cold sesame soba, it's in the tahini slaw, it's in the hippie salad, it's a crudité for various things. So we're gonna make a double batch. So first thing we're gonna do is take a quarter cup of olive oil. No, hey, Tianfu, stop it. Olive oil in. 4 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar, 4 teaspoons of tamari, 4 teaspoons of red wine vinegar, 4 tablespoons of tahini. I always do the tahini last because it sticks to stuff and it's easier to measure this way. And it's gonna look broken even after I whisk it, and then eventually those sesame seeds that are what tahini is, just ground up sesame seeds, it's all going to hydrate with all the other liquid and become a smooth, beautiful CoverGirl. So here's the trick to cooking eggs in this way. The goal is to figure out how to recreate the conditions exactly in the way that you can to always make eggs the way that you want them. You'll see here in the Don't Panic Pantry cookbook, we talk about how to make a perfect egg. And with perfect, what I don't mean is my perfect, I mean your perfect. Depending on your altitude, depending on your eggs, depending on your stove, depending on everything, there's a lot of variability. So the trick to it is use the same eggs that you use the same pot, use the same timer, and you can recreate and reproduce the exact egg that you want every single time. So if you were doing it for like a bowl of ramen, you might want them a little on the runnier side. If you want them for a rice bowl, it might be a little more on like the custardy, with a little bit of run to it. Or if you'd like them hard boiled, do them hard boiled. Let's do an 8-minute egg, Ben. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Everybody, Ben's on board. We're just gonna wait on that guy for 8 minutes. Meanwhile, ice and water is a perfect recipe for ice water. We're gonna use that to shock our eggs. Steam is hot. So we're just gonna take some purple cabbage, we're gonna mix it with some grated carrot, and at the end of the day, it's all gonna work out real nice. And now we got a little cilantro. You can use parsley. Take a little bit of our tahini slaw, our little tahini dressing, put it right in there. And we're gonna drizzle more tahini over the whole bowl as well. So this is just to get a little bit all mixed in. I want to say this just by itself is so good. Nutty, bright, a little bit of acid. Set him aside. I'm gonna season the rice. Now look, I'm using a new rice brand today. I wasn't used to. And it overcooked in the rice cooker, which is very annoying, but I'm gonna not panic about it because it's still gonna be a rice bowl. It's still gonna taste good. So a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of salt, give it a little toss, little sweetie patat right here. I'm just looking for a little simple dice, just kind of big chunks. If you wanna make it prettier, you can take the skin off. You could also roast these, you could boil them, you could microwave them. Now we'll take our avocado and then our egg, which has now been fully chilled. But even with a fresh egg, see that it kind of peels pretty easy? That's thanks to the old shock method. Now let's take a little cucumber here. I think this is one of those dishes you kind of want to eat at room temperature. We have our just plain unsalted garbanzo beans that have been just rinsed and drained. Some people take these little skins off, but come on, that's insane. All right, so now we just take a little bit of our rice. We're just gonna arrange our bowl here. Here, a little spoon like this. Just gonna, little avocado arranger. A little squeeze of lemon on it just for the discoloration, and it tastes good. Take a little handful of the old garbanz. Take about half of our cucumbers. Take a little bit of our sweetie patat. Take a little of our little slaw dog here. And then, for the piece of resistance, pretty good. The old tahini drizzle. Little sesame seed texture, sprinkle, sprinkle. And then, because it makes it taste better and look better, hot sauce of your choice. All right, we got a very easy macrobiotic health bowl. Everything can be made in advance very easily. You can make the dressing up in advance, get the eggs going, and even just have the rice be in the fridge and just kind of throw together some bowls whenever you need them. This can all be done room temperature, cold, whatever you want to do. And it's just a delicious time. Ooh, the tahini, that hot sauce, it really does something special. You got protein, you got fiber, all the things that a growing boy needs. Delicious, beautiful, macrobiotic health bowl. I don't know what to say, we did it.